Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Calandra League 3.19. In this episode, I'm going to be going over my build changes, my build updates. I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's real fun swaps. A build update from yesterday because I didn't do many changes, but I wanted to at least, go over the change because people will ask a lot if I don't cover it for sure. So the only change I really made was I leveled up my gems. I got my well, I have Awaken Multi. I think I bought it after I made the video yesterday. So I added Awaken Multi to the build for 10 Divine Orbs. This was really good because you know the extra repeat, the extra damage. The extra repeat is the not only the normal attack, it works on the Cascade, which is like the Slam, but for the Carrion Golem, and that's really cool since it has a cooldown, so getting an extra repeat is like a Spell Echo. Really cool. Really strong. It's worth so much at just a level 1 Awaken Multi, where the other Awaken Gems, you have to get to level 5, so I finally got my Awaken Gems to level 4, and I use the Skin of the Loyal, which gives 1 level to the Socketed Gem, so these level 4 Awaken Gems become level 5s, and level 4 Awaken Melee Fizz gives 10% chance to Intimidate for 4 seconds on hit. We also have, which is 10%, it shows here, intimidated enemies take 10% increased attack damage. So this is almost like 10% more if you have no other sources of increased attack damage taken on the enemy, which sources of that are like the Elder Helmet where nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage. It's like that. It's really good. And then Pride is like that too, actually, but it's more, I believe. That's the difference. Pride literally says nearby enemies take more fizz instead of increased fizz. Yeah. So that's actually a more multiplier, but it's additional to other more, but it's more and more. Okay, anyways, then there's also brutality, and you can get 10% chance to crush for 4 seconds on hit, and the crush lowers physical damage reduction by 15% for 4 seconds. This is insane. That's like 15% more if the monster had 15% physical damage reduction that we delete. That's insane. And then the biggest one is I swapped Impale support to Awaken minion damage, and the reason I wasn't using this before is because it has the 25% less life, and I wasn't sure about my Carrion Golem survivability, so I was just going with the nice, easy 6-link where we could big chill. Now, I swapped Impale for this, and I did it at level 5 Awaken minion damage. You could do it sooner, but the main reason is this gets an extra level, so it's not as big of a downside of the less life, but it's more damage by far. Okay, and then on top of it, I got Divergent Dread Banner in the last video, or the 2 videos ago, with the alt quality and with the generosity and with all the aura effect that I have. The Divergent Dread Banner gives more than 40% Impale. I think it's like 45. So it was lowering the value of Impale support because my Impale support was giving me, well, trying to give me 60% chance to Impale. But if I'm already at 45, then this is only giving 55, and this is most of what the gem is doing. So when you lose 5% of the 60, it's not as effective, and therefore, literally, the other support gem options are therefore better, like Ruthless and a minion damage, and possibly even crit damage if you have enough crit chance. Yeah. You also don't need Impale to do damage. Impale is like an extra layer that we can scale to get more damage out of physical. It's not the only way to do damage with physical, and you can definitely do damage with physical without Impale. Like you could switch the Dread Banner for War Banner, or you could just not run the Dread Banner, run Defiance, but you lose damage, and it is true that the amount of damage you gain from Impale is pretty good. The only problem that I've been running into, obviously, is when the enemy has avoided Impale, I'm like, yo, why do I run Impale? It sucks that way. But in this banner, it's I got the less accuracy on the enemies, and then the Impale for damage. It's pretty good. I really like it, and I still like it for damage, and then I'm also now the next step would be how do you get the rest of the Impale then if you still want to go Impale with it and have the extra gem socket open without using Impale support. That would be through Rotting Claws. I don't have it right now because that cluster costs a lot. I do the Renewal, Feasting Fiends, Call to Slaughter, or Primordial Bond where I don't take the back notable, and I only spend 5 points for a large cluster with 2 jewel sockets and 2 notables. It's really good and it's cheap to craft. Let me show you. Okay, when searching for my cluster, I do renewal feasting fiends, and then I have a count of one of these two mods called the Slaughter or Primordial Bond. And when you have these three notables, it's always in the same position that you saw in the game, so that you don't have to take the back notable. You save the 2 points. It's a 5 point cluster jewel for 2 jewel sockets, and it's so disgusting. So I did this search, and you see 28 results, and I'm seeing them as low as 70, 75, 75, 75C, 80C, 80C, 80C. Oh, it's not bad. And then this one, search for Renewal, Rotting Claws, Vicious Bite. 5 divines, 5 divines, 5 divines, 5 divines, 5 divines. So it's a lot harder to make. At least there's an option in game still. There is the Reforge with a crit mod in Harvest. So you buy the blue and then you could craft up the Cluster Jewel item level 75 plus, 8 passive minion damage large Cluster Jewel, and you could technically force Vicious Bite every single time, and you just have to RNG the Renewal Rotting Claws. But you can't do like the old method of augment Fizz after to add the Rotting Claws because it will delete it. And also, these augments are really, really, really expensive and insane. Yep. So that's pretty much what's holding me back from scaling up the Impale for now. Other than the at least just Impale support isn't necessary because I have enough Impale through the Dread Banner, and there is a fact that technically, getting the extra Impale, getting to 100%, then raises the value of the Impale effect, and getting the Impale effect from this, is really good because then your Impales do more. But it's just not enough to beat what our other option is, and we can afford the downside of the 25% less life now because our with the dread marches and like the survivability, our carrion golem has 51,394 life, and then it's leeching better than the zombie because of the leap slam mobility and the no body blocking, and also the faster attacking, so it leeches faster, like it gets the leech up to max faster than the zombie just because of the attacks per second, etc. Especially on single target when there's not multiple enemies to hit. Um, and so I found no survivability issues switching to Awaken Minion damage, having him at 51,000 instead of 61,000 for now for the content I've been doing, and then I've obviously gotten more damage. I can show you this in POB now. I'm gonna POB it now. Alright, now to get into the POB. So this is my actual build right now. The current situation, the 95. Am I missing a skill point? Oh, it doesn't pick the renewal for some reason in my, that's really weird. But anyways, apparently 9.1. I had 4.3. So just getting the Awaken Gems leveled up, getting the Awaken Multi, has been that big of an upgrade. That is insanity. Oh, and switching the Impale support to Awaken Minion damage and having that leveled up, yeah. So then I want to show, the actual stats in game. Also a thing, you can see so you can see minion sets here, show minion sets, and then you can see the accuracy, and so I would recommend at least 3,000 accuracy on your minions, and then I recommend probably 5,000, so I need a little bit more, and you want 7,000 at the peak, the most you'll need ever. For what I have found, it's a spider in Delve with 25,000 evasion. You want 7,000 accuracy, and that's including if the enemy blinds you and does enfeeble, I believe. It's pretty insane. And then you could also blind the spider to lower its evasion from 25,000 to 19,000. But anyways, besides all that, this is how you check the accuracy. Then the second thing, see how I have Impale 45? So if I didn't have 45, if I had 40, then the Impale support gets full value, but just by losing 5% of the 60, like of the value of not needing it, it's wasted. I have 105 Impale, and that's useless. I'll show you the loss. So, just simple 5 divided by 60. Boom! 8.3%, because 1 in 12. That's a lot that you just lost of the value of the gem because you don't need the Impale chance. That's a lot. I need to show the purchase of this trade. This is so insane. Okay, so showing the POB and going through some stuff has shown me this. Let me just get it, and then I'll show you guys what I've done. Okay, so we just got a +2 minion gems Skin of the Loyal. Oh my god! But then it's 3 blue, 3 red, 2 blue, 1 green instead. And I'm gonna show you a swap we're making because I POB'd it. Okay, so in POB I mentioned about the Impale and versus Awaken Minion damage, but then I was doing Impale versus Ruthless, and Ruthless is 35.3% more, and the stuns, the Impale is 43.7, and then obviously it's just Impale, and then you can avoid Impale and all that, but it's pretty cool. And then we could go a green gem, and we could change the chest plate, and we could get that, and it wasn't that expensive when the 4 red 2 blue is actually expensive. So taking out Ruthless and going Impale is really cool. And then I show this. So there's normal Impale with quality 2020 43.7, just the Impale effect 10% takes you down to 39.8. So the 20 quality on the Impale support's massive with the Impale effect when you have 100% Impale. And then there's this one, which is Divergent. It's 5% chance to inflict an additional Impale on enemies they impale. So if you have 100% chance to impale, then this is just 5% more Impales. So I took the Impale damage and just multiply it by 5%, and that was like 35k, and I got it to like 748 or something. But then if you see the damage with just the Impale effect, 756 with Impale DPS, so just having Impale effect is better, and it's because we don't have a billion sources of Impale effect, so this is kind of like 10% more Impale, where this one's only 5% more, and this would be better where you have tons of Impale effect. We would maybe potentially be able to do that if we had gear and the tree and we were a player and not a minion. But for minions, this actually is really good. And then I can run 2020 Impale support, and the extra level gets you 1 Impale effect, the extra quality gets you 1 Impale effect, so either a 2120 or a 2023 Impale is the same. You could also get a 2123 to get an extra 1% Impale effect, which is like almost 1% more of the Impale. Ooh. Now my final thing. So I bought that chest, and you were wondering, what the hell is that, Ethan? We bought a chest, which is Skin of the Loyal with +2 socketed minion gems with the right colors now for this new Impale one. Okay, here we go, and then we show the POB, and we'll show this, and we'll swap it, and Skin of the Loyal. What? 9.7 goes to 11. Yo, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. 1.3 million on 9.7. That's a lot of damage. Holy shit. How much did I lose for this? Is that per? No way. Oh, it's 22. It's 11.5%. That's crazy. There's some fucking big damage. 13% more. That's massive. I don't even think it's counting fully, but it's insane. 1.3 on 9.7. It's insane. Impale support pretty good. Already knew it though, and because I've been running it, and the fact that you could get a +2 minion gem, Skin of the Loyal +3 is disgusting, and it was a similar price to my 2 blue 4 red chest plate. Which is hilarious that people aren't valuing the +2 minion gems because it's new and they're not thinking about it, and it's so powerful. What the heck? Like, we would have had to do a +1 and then maybe an Empower to get the +2, where this is actually just +2 minion gems. Boom. 27 Carrion Golem already. We don't even have a +Ami. We only have the +2 Hum. We don't even have the +2 Necromancer Ascendancy. Wow. Well, either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys in today's stream. If you guys like the video, you like this information, you like these kind of videos, hit that subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next video. And if you guys subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks. It really helps. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!